I'm live now, but it won't tell me when I have people on my stream or anything.
I'm sorry.
It's really lame. All
Got
right,
it.
well, we're live. We don't know if anyone's watching, but we're live.
I'm watching,
Okay.
or at least I will be in a minute. Now I'm watching.
Woo! All right. Dead
Welcome
silence.
back to the finale of Lost Laboratory of Kwalish.
Where's your headset?
Last. Oh yes. Where is my headset?
That's so.
Kyle forever forgetting his headset.
I actually rolled it up and put it away like I wouldn't.
Because I went to go turn you off. Or turn you up. I was like, I never have to turn Kyle up. What's wrong here? Hi, JJ.
You are early, JJ, but feel free to watch.
Yeah, I will. I'll keep quiet.
Okay.
Oh no, my overlay,
hey.
JJ.
I'll just have JJ run Salvatora and Mary Magdalene or whatever. Just have him run.
All right, now I gotta fix my UI now. Grr. I love you, but I also hate you.
Just label JJ as audience. All right. So last time on Kwalish, the party had Globule Slosh had joined the group already. You guys had ventured into Dowin Glowin, or the city that was lost and was supposedly inhabited by glass people who worshipped a glass goddess. As you looked around, you met a Kenku named Book Slam, played by Chris.
Book.
Yes, Book. Exactly. Thank you. And upon talking to him and Globule, you discussed the dangers of the city. You realize that the city is covered in a giant gelatinous ooze named Billy Bob. You proceeded to carefully explore the city. Luckily, you had your flying vehicle, so you flew around. You found a tower that was inhabited by a zombie Medusa that could turn people into glass. You found out that all the quote-unquote glass beings were, in fact, people that had been turned to glass. Exploring the city further, you found a mechanical kraken that you found out was created much like Centimere's coffin, and it was inhabited by an undead, jellified Kenku, whose... I remember her first name was Colette. And her last name, which I don't think I told you last time, is like squish, or the sound of squishing together. So it's a squish sound. Colette Squish. So, and you offered to help her, and maybe like between Book Slam and Globule Slosh, you could figure out something to do with her, since she's both half Kenku and half jelly. You then, where the Kraken was, you found pieces of a ship. You put it together. It's like a submarine, shaped like a lobster. We took the lobster under the ooze. We fought some of Globule Slosh's former family, defeating the evil oozes. And then we made our way around, and we found several different, what I would describe as port keys, for those that know Harry Potter, basically items that lead to a parallel dimension. So we found several of them. One led to an infernal dimension. One led to celestial. Canute hid, try and make sure they didn't see him. We found the original ooze dimension that Slosh and her people are from. We found Mechanus, which is where Gearbox is from. And so on. I think that's actually all of them, unless I missed one. And then we had just at the end finally found the one we were looking for that should lead to Kwalish's lab in a pocket dimension. So we now join the party, and I will have to unveil the lab. Actually, do you have to find anything within the lab? Let's look in the book. So, we got the baubles. You found the Kwalish bauble. Here we are. The extra-dimensional space beyond the portal is filled with working laboratory equipment similar to the ruined gear seen in the monastery and the city, but even more advanced. At the center of the lab, an elaborate system of glass piping and alchemical equipment flows and bubbles. Banks of instrument panels are set against the walls, including a framed glass device resembling a window, which you guys have seen before is like a monitor, crystal, talking, watching device. In another area, 5 clear canisters hold what appear to be still beating hearts. Across the room, a creature of some sort appears trapped inside a tank. All of the active equipment in the lab appears to connect to a suit of armor at the far end of the room. I will now unveil the room. All right, so as you're looking around, you see several brains in jars moving about. That's these things here. These ones are slightly different in that they're wearing cloaks. They're wearing like kind of clothing compared to the last brain in the jar you saw, which was just a brain in a jar. Where did I put the unknown creature? The unknown creature is over here in this yellow like cage cell thing. So you guys could totally look at that if you want to figure out what that is. You see several different things around the room holding specimens. And then you also see at least 3 of a gnome walking around. There is one here, and one here. So 3 gnomes, 3 brains in jars, and a bunch of specimens. Let me see if there's anything else you see. Oh, as you look at the controls, similar to what you saw on the island, you see a mesh of organic, arcane, and technological. So, like, for example, this is a control panel.
Adorable, I want one.
Yeah. And if you looked at, like, for example, the... yeah, okay. I think that's, like, what you would see at a glance. There's other stuff. What do you guys do?
I don't know.
Oh,
God damn it.
I don't have message on this character.
I kind of want to go up to the gnome.
I kind of want to be a dick and tap on the brain jars.
The last brain jars we met could just talk to us outright, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or telepathy, maybe?
Oh, it was telepathy, yes.
I want to try and potentially link up with these things telepathically if they're just receiving. I don't know if they need to initiate it.
Our whole purpose for this was like what? To find
Was finding the lab, finding him, finding the lab, yeah.
Finding him if possible. It was not a requirement.
But are we trying to destroy it? What are we doing?
Oh, no, just for information purposes.
Yeah, I think we were just trying to find it, and I think we found it. But I want to verify that before we head down.
Like, hey, cool, we're here. We found your secret lab. Cool. Peace out. Clearly doing horrifying things.
Okay, so I want to look at the 3 brains in the big jars. Do any of them look superior or more elegant or anything?
Not the 3 brains, no. The 3 don't appear like brains in jars.
What did Kwalish look like again?
Yeah, I would.
Which was this dude.
And there's 3 of him.
Yeah.
Are they all identical?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm talking to the brains, and I'm saying, can you guys talk like the other brains we've met?
You hear a telepathic message in your head, and it would just be like, "Hello, visitor.
Who are you?
We are... fuck, what's the word? Laboratory assistants."
To Kwalish?
Yes.
So we're in Qualish's lab.
Yes.
And why are there 3 Qualishes?
Efficiency.
So he can clone himself.
Yes.
Were we supposed to bring Kwalish back with us if we found him, or?
I think you just want to at least talk to him.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna go talk to him and confirm it's him, but then we can just bounce, right?
I don't
You
feel
wanna-
like it's
I
gonna
think-
be
I think-
that easy. Something's tingling in my spidey senses.
Hey, that's my spidey sense.
Your spidey senses are dead. They're now enslaved somewhere else.
Yeah.
So your spider senses are now permanently owned by somebody. Sorry to tell you.
All right.
So I just asked, so Kwalish can clone himself?
And they said yes.
Okay.
Would he have any problems with us being in the lab, do you think?
We do not usually have visitors.
Which one should I talk to? Which one's the real one?
It looks at you with its brain and it says, "Real?"
Okay, which one was the original?
Original?
Well, if he has clones, 2 of them must be cloned from the first, meaning once upon a time, one of these 3
Okay.
existed
Or
and the other
all
2
clones
did
now
not.
and the original's gone.
These 3 are all clones.
Damn it, Jess.
Sorry. I mean, he's fucking old as shit.
How do you
There's not a brain in the jar, so...
Magic and technology. Technomancy.
Right. You're getting us nowhere, Brains. I want to go around and talk to Kwalish. I'm going to go talk to Kwalish A.
Which one is A?
Maybe 91E.
As you guys walk around, you would notice that the things on the walls are moving. Like, they're not cords, they're like vines, but they're glowing technology vines. You also notice these little robotic bugs crawling around on the vines all over the room.
Those skeeve me out. They're not water creatures. Say, I will give you backup.
All right, man. I'll take the lead. I am the persuasive fellow who did not mean to put that there.
Very persuasive.
Okay, so yeah, I'll walk up to Kwalish A. You see, it's weird because I wasn't originally here, so I'm a little confused what to ask. So I'll start off with, hey, are you actually Kwalish?
And he would turn around. I'm busy right now. Come back later. And
I
he goes
feel
back to
like
work.
you're always busy.
Do we know how to get out of here? Like, can we just pop back in the finish?
We were sent here by a researcher who wanted to talk to you.
Yes. Talk to the original Kwalish. Talk to the original one.
Can you point him out, please?
He would say, I can't right now. Just have a seat in the waiting room. Look around, and we'll get to you in a minute.
I understand you're very busy, but the sooner you point us out to the original Kwalish, the sooner you can get back to work without interruptions, because we're not going to go sit in the waiting room for eons. We'll die.
He's not here right now. He's not available. He'll be with you in a moment. Just go look around.
If he's not available, there's no point in us waiting. Then you need to answer our questions.
He will be here. He'll be here. He's over there, and he points down this hallway. So he is here. He's not in this room, is what he meant. He's not in this room. He is here in the lab somewhere, and he points down this hallway to the right.
All right. Well, thank you very much. You're useless. Bye.
Do you guys want to do any investigation checks or anything on anything going on in the lab?
Look at this thing.
They're There also seems to be
Uh-huh.
giant monsters. I'd be interested in those.
Yes. So this is the control panel. You would notice that nothing is labeled though, so you could randomly hit buttons if you wanted to, and see what happens.
I think that's a bad idea.
I'm good.
What is
I think
this?
that's a very poor idea.
What's what? Oh, okay. This is a collection of hearts that have been organized into one creature. If you did medicine, if you did like a medicine check or a nature check, you could maybe figure out what type of creature it was originally before it was turned into this creature.
I'll do a nature check.
19.
Much better than mine. It's not a sea creature.
It looks like, let me see here.
What if it is a sea creature, though? Like, what if he's like, it looks like an octopus?
Shh.
It looks like there were at one point, and we have 2 cells. Okay. It looks like this is 3 creatures put together, and this is 3 creatures put together. So if we say that the 19 was on, say, the left one, that was at one point a dragonborn, a drow, and a halfling.
Certainly made up for his size, huh?
And then would you like to try it on the right one?
Yeah, sure.
I'll give it another go. 17.
Yeah, on a 17, that one is a tiefling, an elf, and an invisible stalker. As you realize, you only realize it's an invisible stalker because it keeps going invisible and flashing on and off.
It's mad funny.
I will now show you what the creatures looked like when they were alive. You obviously can't see the invisible stalker because it's invisible. But here's the rest of the crew.
Interesting. So, an adventurer's party.
Mm-hmm.
Almost
And
like we are right now.
Huh. Disheartening.
Lorraine, I personally feel as though your mission is complete. You can go back to the researcher with the location of the lab, and Kwalish is in it.
I do believe you're correct. We should leave. Everybody, we're done here.
I think we should leave.
Can we continue exploring just because Kyle wants to show you stuff?
It's going to lead to our deaths and mutilation. No.
Hey, how about I'll make you a deal. Canonically, we leave and live.
Yes, that's fair. That's fair.
An alternate reality where our characters that are not our characters, because they're other people's.
Similar to that, I will say that canonically you look around, but there is no danger to looking around. There's only danger if you go speak to the initial Kwalish. So, as you look around, you notice that in several of the pipes, there are fire and smoke going through them. You would realize they are fire and they're steam methods. They're a fusion of fire methods and air methods, and water methods to make steam methods. And they are flowing through the pipes. These 3 creatures here, I would need nature or medicine again to determine what kind of creatures are in these 3 jars.
Ooh!
Ooh. 18.
Nature!
On an 18, you realize that the left one is a dragon, the middle one is a human, and the right one is a troll.
He seems to be pretty famous. I've seen him in illustrations before.
You guys have spent this whole adventure looking for this thing, so I'm surprised nobody reacted when I mentioned it. I'll read the last sentence again. Some of the active equipment in the lab appears to connect to a suit of plate armor standing at the far end of the room.
How is it a mech suit?
I'm assuming that's what this is.
Yes, you were looking for a mech suit this whole time because you found blueprints. Here is the finished mech suit.
It's not as
I'm just
cute
gonna-
as I thought it was.
I was like, oh, cool, suit of armor, and then just moved on. Like,
Yeah, no. I'd probably specifically turn around. Hey, get to look at this shiny doodad.
It is humongous. It's like 15, 20 feet tall.
Say, Mr.
So
Snuffles, this looks about your size.
Yeah, I think he's gonna just be barking at it.
I pull on a fake Kwalish. Can we
Like,
have this?
Awooga, awooga.
you may not disturb anything in the lab. It all belongs to the Kwalish.
Okay, do you have spare parts we could use to build our own?
You'd have to ask the Kwalish, and it goes back to work.
Seems like a trap.
So moving around over here in this yellow contraption, you see this. You know what it is out of game 100%, but in game, if you want to give me Arcana, History, or Nature to try to figure out what it is in game.
Oh, golly gee.
22. God,
Yeah, on
we
a 22
rock at this.
On a 22 and a 25, that's an illithid trapped in. So far they've been body parts that you've been seeing. The first 5 things you checked were all body parts. This is a full living trapped illithid.
Well, if I know anything about illithids, that's a good thing.
I once knew an illithid. His name was Kargar. He was a fucking nerd.
You know, I heard a tale about him. He almost killed everyone.
Yeah.
As we continue, the last thing here is this guy, which again, I will need Nature, Arcana, or History to determine what this thing is. Actually, Nature would not work. Arcana or History.
He's a Gundam.
I got 25s in a row.
Ooh, I got a 21.
That's another 12.
Nice.
We rock at
Consistency.
this.
You had a plus 10 to the nature check. You got a 12 on?
I know. It's painful, isn't it?
Yeah, a little bit.
This thing, you guys got a highest one was a 20. Yeah, 25 and 21 will do it. This appears to be a Titan.
Oh.
Titans are ancient creatures. He is not whole. His body is plugged into the circuitry. He appears to be being used as like a hard drive or a motherboard. Like he is 100% patched in as a living computer.
Well, that's scary.
So that's the lab.
And we're done. Good job, everybody.
Wait, I'd like to steal the mech. I'd like to steal the mech. Personally.
That's not gonna bite us
I'd
in the
like to
ass.
steal the mech. Of course, never. I'm a dog. It's natural to bite something in the ass.
Yeah, give me you can't really sleight of hand a giant mech. So
Actually,
You are incorrect, sir.
what if I persuasion them because I'm an adorable dog?
you're gonna persuasion check the Kwalishes or the brains in jars?
Everything. I just gave you a cute puppy.
All right, let me go back to the Cardophile's original mission. Just to double check something. So.
Okay. Ooh.
Kwalish's expedition. You wanted to get journals, notes, maps, other documents. You found out about Dowing Glowing, which is also on your checklist. Okay, so I think the only thing that would, if you guys leave, you are going to have to do some kind of deception check because he did say if Kwalish was alive, to find him and talk to him. So, yeah.
But what did he want us to talk to him about? Hey, we just want to make sure you're Kwalish. Our boss wants to speak to you.
Oh, to find out about his studies, what he's doing now, what he's been doing, what happened to Dowing Glowing, why is it covered in ooze, what happened
we already
to the
know all those
ooze.
answers.
Wait, do you? What was the order of events? I think you guys weren't sure on the order of events about what the order was between start and finish?
We were.
Were we? Then you tell me. What was the order of
The
events?
people had the Medusa that turned people to glass, fed them to her for fun. She got out and went berserk.
Uh-huh.
Then we had Kwalish come in, and he brought in the ooze.
Okay. I wasn't sure if you knew that part. Okay, cool. Yes, he brought in the ooze, covering the city in ooze, killing any leftover Kenku, locking the Medusa in, and then, yeah, Kwalish made this his thing. Okay, yes, cool.
And we now know what he's working on now, because we're in his lab.
Riptide has the connection to the cartophile, so he'll press it, and the holographic cartophile will pop up and be like, yes, what you calling me for? How goes the expedition, team?
So we found Qualish's lab. We know just about everything. He's here. He's working. We don't want to disturb him. We think he might murder us. But we have all your answers. And...
Is he definitively alive?
Oh yes, actually, there's 3 clones as well. So an original.
But is the original alive?
Yeah.
Yes.
Have you talked to him? Have you spoken to the man?
We don't need to because we talked to all of his copies.
I talked to the original.
Okay, please roll me deception, Canute.
Oh, hey, look at that. Damn.
Let me roll insight. He's got to get a 19 or a 20. Or an 18, technically, but yeah. I don't know how no, 19 or 20. No, he doesn't beat it. So he will say, oh, okay. Just make sure you tell, if Gearbox wasn't there for the conversation, make sure you take down your notes and give it to Gearbox.
Okay.
And yeah, assuming Canute you've talked to the original, then it should be okay. See if you can gather any notes or journals or diagrams or schematics from the lab, but then once you've done that, you may return post-haste.
I'll try and grab them, but the 3 Kwalish clones they see us constantly. It looks like they seem like they would be unhappy if we took their materials. I can ask them.
Okay, and if you could always he like winks. He's like, I would not be opposed to if you were to obtain some through unscrupulous manner. If you were to sneak,
right?
Or if
but
you
the
were
chances
to
of us losing our lives and becoming one of these adventure parties that were put together into large monsters is high.
Our notes, my notes from past researchers state that he does not take. He's not an evil inventor. He shouldn't be, as far as my notes go, he shouldn't be taking creatures and turning them into monsters.
She puts the hologram in front of the 2 giant monsters that it was an adventurer's party.
Okay, that's not proof. Maybe he found their dead bodies and then made them into a homunculus post-death. You don't know that he killed them.
You're right. You hired these people to do a job. We will do it to the best of our ability. I'm just telling you, no promises. If I think I'm at risk for my life, I'm leaving.
That is fair. I think that you can sneak and steal and then come back.
Yes, understood.
Okay. And then he hangs up.
I write out.
Wait, so you want us to steal?
Just notes, documents, schematics, blueprints. Like, if anybody, you don't have to. You could sit out if you want. But if anybody has a high stealth or high sleight of hand,
scan some things with his eyeballs and take in that data, so we don't actually have to take anything.
Ooh, that's a good one. But that would require Gearbox to roll a stealth check because he's scanning and copying documents, and they would be able to tell.
I got this planned out. So first of all, I write down a phony conversation that I had with the original Kwalish, and it basically is Kwalish telling me to leave him alone because he's too busy.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use this wonderful stando power of mine called Dancing in the Moonlight and turn invisible.
Stop doing that.
Me?
No, not you. My computer.
Oh.
It's fucking me.
Stop turning invisible.
Yes, 1 second, my cat needs water.
Oh, full moon.
Never mind, my cat. Oh, no, my cat's there. Let me get you some water.
Get back, dog.
What I would say is, if you want to take something that's small, like a schematic, that would, or like a blueprint, that would just be sleight of hand.
Technically,
if
we already have schematics.
From previous experiments, some of the stuff you don't have here. Like, you're right, you have the schematics for the armor. You don't have schematics for the chamber that's holding the mind flayer, or the piping and the other stuff.
He's never seen these schematics before.
Yes. But the thing is, wait, you guys I just realized, you guys realize I think you guys need to maybe talk as your other characters, because Centimere can hear you say things like, I already talked to the original, and Centimere knows you haven't. And Garrett knows you haven't, and Gearbox, and like.
Well, okay. Let me think about it this way.
Yeah.
Why would Centimere rat us out?
He wants to be let out of the box.
Well, that's the thing. Maybe Centimere would.
Centimere will say, either let me out or I rat you out.
Yes, that's all I was thinking. Exactly. Yes, Globule, Slosh, and Bookslam have no opinion. They're fine. But Gearbox and Garrett would also be pro-Cardophile. So that's all I meant. So I don't know if Gray and Wyatt want to speak up on behalf of those characters and say, like, we should not try to cheat my boss. We should make sure we get the stuff in honestly. You know what I mean? Like, they have to be persuaded. They're here as babysitters. You know what I mean? So,
so what I read from my character when I was given him is that he really just wants to get as much information on Kwalish and everything to give to his mother, like the big monodrone bitch, like the one that produces them.
The one we saw in Mechanus.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that lying to the employer is like, so lying to him I don't think it would bother Gearbox. If it was like, fair. You can't go to Mechanus, I think that would bother Gearbox.
Yeah.
I mean, I just turned invisible in order to steal supplies to help your guys' mission. I don't think we should risk our lives. We can't handle what's in this room, if it turns out.
That was creepy. What just happened?
Yeah, Matt's the map maker. That I can't remember the name of it.
Hold on.
Because he, hasn't come up.
Because I just heard,
Wait, what happened? Say it again?
What's the map maker's name?
Garrett.
Garrett, thank you.
Yes.
So I would turn to Garrett and I'd be like, dude, I'm sure you do have a very lucrative job, but are you really ready to risk your life for a mission that we already have completed fairly well? Like, we got more info than he was hoping for already. We don't need to stick our neck out for more.
I mean, on the one hand, I agree with you. I don't like to feel this room more than anybody else here. But on the other hand, there's a chance for a bonus, and I can't really say no to that kind of goal.
But
what
if your bonus leads you to your death, which means no money at all?
What if I offer to pay you all of the gold that we have collected from this adventure in exchange for your silence?
His eyes are gonna be fucking sparkling at that.
Yeah.
Fucking God.
So Garrett has been bought off. Gearbox. I would allow Gearbox to try to plug into something. So Riptide and Gearbox will try to plug into something. So I'm going to have Riptide roll. Gearbox. Gray, just make up something that you think Gearbox would be looking for to give to Mother.
I think he'd be like, oh, this mechanical flower looks like really nice to give to Mom. No. I think he'd be looking for something that could make monodrones more advanced to maybe some type of attachment or upgrade that he can give to Mother so that monodrones could be more smart and stuff.
In the middle of Mother's body to power it might seem nice.
Yeah, so we're gonna go with that'll give Riptide advantage on his hacking type check. So let's see what happens there. Yeah, Riptide with Gearbox's help got a 19. Gearbox, you indeed have the schematics for not the Illithid one, but the one that has trapped the Titan. Ooh. So you can take Titan trapping technology back to Mother.
Hell yeah.
Ooh.
Mommy's gonna be so
This is very...
So knowing that, Gearbox, you are also okay with doing what the team wants to do to the Cardophile. kind
Yes, of
of
course.
just slightly scamming. Okay. Cool.
I like how
now-
we're bribing our own NPCs.
yes.
I think Mr. Snuffles kind of wants something too. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. If you guys know what I mean.
Mr. Snuffles, we can give you the ingredients for the mech suit.
Yeah, we have the schematics.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
We could just build one of our own
Yeah.
instead of trying to steal from the wizard and dying.
Yeah, that's true.
What if I steal from the wizard and maybe die? You know?
Oh, you can try. Mr. Snuffles is more than welcome. So what I was saying before,
Oh, you can
if you're
listen
just
to the whole party. We'll just build you one when we get back.
well, he could wait until the party's like leaving, and then he does it on the way out.
And then we
Here's
have
what-
a
here's what-
giant chase.
Here are the rules for stealing stuff, just so you know. If you're trying to steal paperwork or like copy something off a screen, that's just sleight of hand. If you're trying to steal a physical thing, that's going to be both stealth and sleight of hand. So, Mr. Snuffles, if you want to steal that mech, it would be both a stealth check and a sleight of hand to steal the mech. That's all I'll tell you about that.
All right. Can I try and steal some paperwork with a sleight of hand, and can I have advantage because I'm invisible?
100% yes.
That's an 18.
That works, yes.
Okay, I take as much paperwork as I can with that 18.
Yes.
Preferably
And then,
important things. I'd rather journals than anything
Yes.
else.
and then same thing with what was I just gonna say? Lost my train of thought. How is the party handling books? Not books. I'm sorry. How is the party handling Centimere's blackmail?
I will handle it as the persuader, which is weird because I'm also Centimere. So I'll handle it when we're outside of this space because there's no reason to have the argument in here. It's not like he can go running off to the map maker, you know?
Okay. All right. Cool. To the Cardophile. Yes. Okay. So that's fair. So yeah, I think we're good then.
Kyle doesn't believe shit. He's like, you really should have gone in. There's probably this giant fucking boss battle. And we're like, nope, not for us. We're good.
You guys don't want to go through the door? Nope, that door's staying closed. We're
The
good.
door is staying closed.
Perfectly fine.
I skipped you guys going through the hallway and I just have Qualish show up in the lab. No.
Well, he did say
yeah.
he was coming soon, so you could surprise us.
No, based on what I said, oh, actually, no, I'll roll dice because the book gives several options. So, let's see what happens.
DM's guide: way to railroad your
Yeah.
party.
No, the secondary option is not true, so therefore you're good. The secondary option, by the way, just to let you know, was that he's inside the mech armor already watching you, and so.
Amazing.
But it's basically like here's 3 different options to have the party meet Qualish, and I chose which option I wanted to happen, and
We were like, fuck that.
you guys didn't go in the room. And so,
Can I know what the third was?
what?
Can I know what the third
The
option?
third one is that he's not in this armor at all, and if we wanted to add another session or whatever, or another like longer thing, you'd have to go to another location to find him.
Gotcha.
So yeah.
Well, we cleaned
The
it up
idea-
nicely.
How they basically do it is like this room would be diplomacy. In the mech is a battle. Somewhere else is like a hide and go seek mission. So like that would be the idea. So,
It's a weird time to do this. I thought. Yeah.
Next mission: save Sir Lynn
Oh,
from her bow.
I misspoke. There's actually a 4th option, which is that he doesn't exist anymore, and he's been like entombed inside the machinery. And if you guys looked around, you'd find Qualish like inside the machine. But
I mean, that sounds amazing. We should have done that.
Yeah, that's kind of badass.
That
You find Qualish's left toe chilling in this part of the machine.
I mean, maybe you guys would still see that if you just go in the other room. Maybe I did go with that option, but he's in the other room.
That's a whole other room, man.
No, we're gonna go wait in the waiting room.
The
waiting room for us.
All right.
Now, if you wanted, we could do alternate reality where, like, we leave here now, but Kyle wants us to finish it, so we can go to that room in an alternate
Yes.
universe.
Yes. Okay, so yes, I will say that yes, you guys are about to leave. You have successfully stolen the stuff you're going to steal. Mr. Snuffles, as the party, I will do it just where I still give you a tour or whatever. But yeah, Mr. Snuffles, Gray, are you there or no?
No,
I'm here. Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, Mr. Snuffles, as the party is leaving the lab, which would entail everybody just like leaving the pocket dimension kind of a thing, like walking through a portal. Do you want to try the stealth / sleight of hand to steal the mech, knowing that you could die in the process?
Or we could just
Let
build
me
you
think
one.
about that. Do we have the okay? Here's the thing. Do we have the materials to build one outside?
So you have the schematic. It would take Gearbox and Riptide's mechanical know-how to source the materials and find them, and because they are rarer when you're not in like Dow and Glowin or the monastery or Qualish's lab. These 3 locations have a lot more of that material than regular Faerun. So, but it is possible, yes. And you might have to make substitutions, like maybe you're supposed to use adamantium, but you end up using like steel. But yes, you could make at least an approximation of the mech.
Oh, pretty.
Okay.
What's your final decision?
So I have called psionic power,
Uh-huh.
and I can do telekinetic movement.
What's the
I
weight
don't know
limit?
if I can do it. It doesn't say.
It probably does.
It says as an action, you can target one loose object that is large or smaller, or one willing creature other than yourself. If you can see the target and is within 30 feet of you, you can move it up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space. Alternatively, if you see them, yeah, it doesn't give me a weight.
So, what is this is large or smaller? If I said the suit was like 20 feet, that would be large or huge? What is 20 feet?
Like, what do you mean by 20 feet? A 20-foot square? So, like...
It's 20 feet tall, and so that would be...
tall, I would say large.
Okay. So then, sure, I guess you could use telekinesis on it.
Yeah, because you're taller than you are wider, and at that point, you know, you're like 8 feet wide in theory. Like, I would think 20 feet would be just at the top of large.
Of large. Okay. So yes, you are. It's large.
Okay.
So telekinesis, I will say, will give you advantage on the sleight of hand and the stealth, but you do still need to succeed on the sleight of hand and stealth.
Mr. Snuffles, do you want me to steal this armor for you?
Yes, please. He's gonna beg. He's gonna beg. Oh, like,
I'm going to pet Mr. Snuffles because and then send him away through the portal with everyone else. Now,
yes.
Let me understand this. I need a stealth check and a sleight of hand check.
Yes, and because you do not have telekinesis, you do not get advantage. What'd you say?
Wait.
Move the armor. Yes. Now, I'm invisible, so I would have advantage on something. Can I only use stealth and enter the armor?
Oh, shit. Okay, kind of, but you don't know how to operate it. So, provided Riptide or Gearbox help you figure out how to operate it, then yes. But without the ability to operate it, you would just be stuck in a metal cage, basically.
What if he stealths into it? What if he stealths into it and then I pull him out? I pull him toward. I like pull it into the portal.
Him being in it doesn't help you.
I know, but it's like it's not me like in it trying to.
Mr. Snuffles, I've got your suit of armor. So I can stealth check my way inside with one stealth check at advantage because I'm invisible, but then I'm in a suit of armor that I don't know how to operate.
Yes, because it's not literally a suit of armor, it's more like a mech, but yes.
Yeah. Okay. So let's start with that advantage stealth.
Yes. And for purposes, the rest of the party is through the portal. Yes?
Sure.
Okay.
Yes. So that's a 23.
23 succeeds. You are in the mech.
I cast Dimension Door into the portal.
Question: you are on a pocket dimension. Does that work for the purposes of going from one dimension to another dimension, like one plane to another
It's
plane?
not like I can plane shift. What I'm saying is if I Dimension Door on top of the portal...
Oh, you would just fall through the portal.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Oh, then yes, that absolutely works. Fuck you, but yes, that works.
And goodbye, close portal.
Yes, you guys. The second you are through, somebody aboard the ship tells the lobster claw to let go of the portal, and you guys just made it out with a suit of armor. Mr. Snuffles, are you currently wearing armor?
I think I am.
What is it?
It's Mithril Splint.
Okay. No, sorry. Is it a +1 or anything like that? It's just Mithril, right?
Mithril, yeah, it's just Mithril.
Okay. You now have Mithril +2.
That's all that mech is worth?
That's all right. I have this.
It's like huge.
How do I
right?
give my...
Oh, and you're also, for intents and purposes, when you're in it, you are large.
Oh,
Nice.
that's good. So.
So
My
then,
mic
like,
is muted,
I
but,
knew we'd get you that suit one way or the other, and she pats your mech suit.
Yeah.
You know what? I think Jess is right. That's a Mithril +3.
Oh my gosh.
Say,
Okay,
Sterling goes
my
up to
AC is
Kantu.
22.
Yeah, so you don't know.
What?
Oh, well, he's talking, so.
You mean Canute?
Canoe, yeah.
What's up?
Sterling goes up to Canoe, and she's like, I love the way you work. And she just grabs him, and she gives him a big smooch.
All right, man. Canute's into that. That's cool. You like strong women. You're folks.
Let me just double check with something here.
Did I not grab my...
So I got
I
it. Yeah, it's good stuff.
I lost my... Lost my damn...
Wyatt, I just sent you a question. So now that we're back through the portal, I believe the Centimere debate goes on.
Basically, I would say to Centimere, I'd say, we will let you out. You can get away. We have no problem telling the Cartomancer that you escaped because something else let you out. It's a crazy mission we were on. Wouldn't be hard to assume there was an anti-magic field protecting Kwalish's lair or something. Here's the condition. You leave us. You go away and never bother us. There's no battle when you get out. You go free, but you leave us the fuck alone.
Before Centimere responds, does the rest of the group agree to this?
Well, Flynn wouldn't have enough experience to know why that would be a bad thing, so he just shrugs his shoulders.
So Sterling would also be like, can you make him promise that he won't kill when he eats? It's distasteful.
I don't think you can make a vampire change his stripes.
Yeah. I think Mr. Snuffles is against the idea, but since Canute got him his suit, he's like, okay.
I think Garrett would take this moment to run up to the box and just kind of like half panic whisper, "Hey, buddy, we're so cool, right? Like all these years actually meant something, right? Like you're not gonna flip out, and, you know."
That's mad funny.
Garrett's asking Centimere if they're friends.
Centimere's gonna be like, I don't fucking care about you, Garrett.
Like in the "you'll leave me alone" way, or the "I'll eat your eyes" way? I kind of need to know.
So I'm gonna ask Kyle. It's gonna be a little meta for everyone else, but
Yeah.
it's
Do you want to go in the secret? Do you want to go in the secret chamber?
I think I'll screw up Jess's overlay.
Oh.
Wow.
So I'm just gonna go aloud and say my goal as Setmir was to escape and feed on at least one of you. But Kyle, let me ask: Setmir's been in this box for so long. Would he trade the feeding for just the ability to escape and go feed on someone else? Like,
first of all, I would say yes, but also it's possible for you to lie because no one's doing a zone of truth. So you could just roll deception if you think Centimere has a high enough deception.
You told me, I agree, but it's less about the deception. First of all, he does not have a high enough without being able to magically affect people.
Oh.
But more importantly, even if I were to lie, let's say Setmir goes and tries to feast on one of them. I think Setmir is not ignorant enough to know that he can't handle a party of level 9 adventurers.
I mean, that's true. Well,
because, I mean, again, it's a little meta to just say it, but you told me he had the base stats of a vampire in 5e, and we'll just shred a fucking vampire. Like,
1 second. I might have told you that because he's in the coffin, but once he's out, let me just double check if
you
Centimere
told
has
me
a
that was when he's out, but if it's something different, it would sway.
Let me check and see if Centimere has a stat block. I just want to make sure I'm not misleading you.
If Setmir thinks he could overpower everyone, he would try and lie about it.
No, he has a regular vampire stats. Could he possibly feed on one and then run away? Does he have like Dimension Door or Teleportation or Misty Step or
Takes
you know what I mean?
Like
1
second to feed on someone.
Yeah, it would take 1 second to feed on someone, then he runs away.
No, it would not take 1 second. You'd have to grapple them, attack them, and it takes rounds to suck life force out.
Yeah. Well, what I would say is, hear me out, right?
Yeah.
This is also out of character. You lie, you get out. You go off and just like stalk the party. And we're going to make camp probably on the way home. You just kidnap someone during the night, eat them, go off into the night. Like there are ways for Centimere to hypothetically get someone alone and eat them without the party knowing he did it. Maybe.
I mean, the party has been taking watch every time we've done this.
Yeah.
I'd have to kidnap the person on watch. And again, I think Setimir's just... I don't think he'd risk it. There's so many people to feed off of. I think being free is more important.
Yeah. Okay, then I would I would trust your agreement that you've been playing the character. I would trust that that's true. Yeah, I would agree.
Okay.
So he has a whole cult he could eat and no one would even care.
Yeah.
That's true, actually. So yeah, that's my thing. I'm gonna dispel Magic the Box as long as there's no objection.
Again, Flynn just shrugs.
Serlin is like, it's our lives. If he doesn't agree.
It's his life if he doesn't agree. We can handle him, babe.
And you forget, I could just turn into something and eat his ass back.
Wait.
No,
what did you just say?
You make a lot of sense, but I don't know much about this babe you're talking about.
Wait, was that Garrett or Flynn? And what did you just say?
That was Flynn. That was the Irish accent.
Oh, I didn't hear you.
I'm pretty sure.
I just heard eat ass. I didn't hear the rest of it. Say it again.
Oh. And besides, if he does anything funny, I can just turn into something, eat his ass back.
Oh, okay. I see.
It was just weirdly sexual. He's like, I could just eat his ass. And we're like,
I don't think I heard the bag.
No judgment.
So
that's weird. I had a Centimere token, but I don't, so I'll have to put a new one in.
That's fine.
All right. Oh, we're not on this map anymore. We are now back in Dowin Glowin, so let me put us back there. And yeah, you cast a spell magic, and is somebody gonna pick that lock? Because it was two part. There's a magic lock and a physical lock.
I think we already got past the physical lock, and
Did you? Okay.
Yeah, we just couldn't figure out the magic lock.
So guys, this is what Centimere looks like.
Yeah.
Daddy.
I'm currently driving. Someone describe him to me.
Daddy.
Dad.
Think of like how you played Skyrim, right?
Fuck yeah, I play Skyrim.
Yeah, so think of like a Dremora Lord, but like with white skin and slick back hair.
Daddy indeed. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Max,
Daddy,
go play
oh
Centimere now that he's finally been let out of the box.
Centimere would leave the party. He would take the offer and just go distant.
Yeah, would he say anything as he leaves?
No. I mean,
No?
I don't think so.
Okay.
He might be like, thank. I don't
Scared
think he'd be like, thank you.
waves.
He's nice as fuck. He'd be like, he'd say finally, and just want to be done with the situation.
And then he flies away or whatever.
I would
Okay.
think all these people are fucking idiots. So
Could I feed on him before he leaves?
If you pee on him,
Like,
he
as
might
he gets out, I pee on
he might feed on you. Like he might
But
just
I'm taming
That's the
him.
thing. I think Centimere could have grabbed Mr. Snuffles out of the mech and just flown
You
off.
can
with
grab
Mr.
him out of the
Snuffles.
mech?
yeah.
That's
Well,
gonna
no,
take some
because
time to
I-
prime that.
Yo, tell me about that time there was a vampire fighting Iron Man, and the vampire just ripped Iron Man outside of his fucking suit.
I feel like Morbius might have beat Iron Man a time or two in history. I don't know. So
He ripped his body out of his metal.
I mean, it depends. Are we talking a master vampire or a fledgling? Like,
I forgot for a second there. I also for a second forgot that Mr. Snuffles was in the new mech. I was imagining Mr. Snuffles in the Rick and Morty mech, where you physically could just grab him out of the center and run away. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
yoink the dog in the suit.
So Centimere is now gone. As we go back to Dow and Glowin, I believe probably Globule Slosh and Book Slam. What are you guys going back with the party to keep adventuring, or you have Locket Squish, who is half Kenku and half Jelly? What are you guys doing?
I think, like, because I'm not like other jellies.
Sorry, wait, guys, you're both talking at the same time. Chris can go first.
Oh, I think he just said Chris can go first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Book would just stay and keep searching for more Kenku knowledge.
Okay, but does the fact that there is one of your ancestors is literally alive right here?
Oh,
The jelly one.
Oh,
The jelly
no.
one.
I'd stick with her.
That's what I'm saying, because she's in the city with all the knowledge. So you stick with her and find her.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so Book Slam leaves the party. Book Slam, how do you say bye to people as you go off towards the Jelly Kenku?
The only phrase he's ever heard for someone saying goodbye was "See you later, masturbator."
or like, I'll be back. No, yeah. So you say, "See you later, masturbator." What about Slosh? What are you doing, Slosh?
Deliberately. You gotta
because
get a little.
she wants to search for other jellies and people like her, and to show that not all of them are evil. She was actually going to offer Locket, if she wanted to leave the town, that she could take her out and show her the world while they're searching for more of their kind. So Chris is kind of fucking it up because...
Okay, wait, maybe the three of you form a new party. Maybe Locket, Squish, Book Slam, and Globule Slosh go off to discover other things about Kenku and stuff like that.
That sounds like a new one-shot.
All right, good deal. So Slosh and Book Slam and Locket go. They actually get inside of the Kraken.
Fuck yeah! Let's get it cracking, baby.
They get inside the Kraken and they swim away.
Scuba diving. Yeah.
You guys get out of your lobster ride because it can only travel in the water, so you leave that here. You get back into your airplane ride, and we fly back towards the monastery. Okay, wait. Oh, this is what I wanted to give you guys a preview of the thing that you missed real quick before we return home.
Also, it's a make-out sesh on the way back.
Yes. So this. Let me show you the lab. This was the other room. It's a battle map.
Spider-Man!
And there is Spider-Man. His soul is trapped in this lab. And you guys would have found that, but you didn't. And so Spider-Man's soul is forever imprisoned in Kwalish's laboratory, and his body is forever imprisoned by the devil.
Well, these kinds of things happen.
So yeah, you would have either had to do diplomacy or like
Yeah.
fight him or whatever in this room. The diplomacy side would have been funny though, because he's kind of like the Grand Master, where he would have insisted. He's like, I need at least one of your souls to keep my mechanisms going. Otherwise, me, my clones, the brains in the jars, everybody dies if I don't get one soul. And then you guys would have had to decide. But guess what? He has Spider-Man's soul, so you could have left Spider-Man behind, as you did with the Grand Master. Which would...
So really, we just did what we would have already done.
So that would have been that. Also, you missed a bunch of looting. There was like a bunch of treasure and a bunch of magic items that in the sequel, which there is a sequel to this, you now will never get those magic items.
We had to give them to Garrett anyway.
Yeah.
What?
We had to give it all to Garrett anyway.
Not Garrett, the Cardophile.
No,
Garrett's the tiefling. Oh, no, he asked for gold. You have to give the gold to Garrett. You wouldn't have had to give the magic items and such to Garrett.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. Okay. So, my one last question before we return home. As you're flying over the monastery,
We're not going back for the
No. You guys look down and you see not suspicious. You see a person, and it's 100% Martyr Nicholas. Only he now has no face, and he's whipping himself, and he's got tears of joy on his face as he's one of the monks with no face now. So as you fly over, you see Martyr Nicholas is now one of the faceless monks.
Great.
everyone gets a happy ever after. Like, glad you're enjoying yourself, Martyr Nicholas.
And yeah, just so you guys know, funnily enough, the body that you found here, remember how I said that his brain was a brain in the jar for the Grandmaster?
Yeah.
The body that was here was the body, but what was inside of it was the Grandmaster used to have a pet Quasit. And upon the Grandmaster getting turned into a brain in the jar, the Quasit stole the body and became the new Grandmaster. So it's 100% like a Men in Black situation. There's a little devil operating the machine inside of it. Like, all right. And so we finally make it back to the original place we left, which I need to find. Where is it? Right there. The map room. Spider-Man's dead.
Get out of here.
Martyr Nicholas is dead. Now, I was going to get to these guys because you guys know who's scared who's
He's
not.
pleasuring himself on top of the pyramid.
Yes. Alright, so we make it back here. The Cardophile sees you guys. He would say... Let me see here about finishing the adventure. He would say, he'd be like, thank you. Thank you for returning. But wait, where's Centimere? Why is... Oh, what'd you say?
Ooh.
My
Garrett is tweaking.
You're a robot. Wyatt, you're a robot.
Wyatt.
Leave and come back.
Baby, come back.
What? Dead zone. I'm in a dead zone.
Okay. We can hear you now. Try again.
Now.
Okay. That was a very delayed reaction for what I said. I don't even remember what it was I was saying. So.
Cool. Wow. So where's Centimere?
Yeah. Also, what's funny is you left with 4 NPCs, met 2 along the way. The 2 left. You also lost 2. You're only returning with 2 of your 4 NPCs.
In all honesty, we didn't want them to come with us anyways, because we said it would be dangerous and we didn't need them, but...
Because, Centimere, guess what? Mary also escaped when Salvatore left. When Salvatore was like, I can't do this anymore, I'm leaving, Mary also left the party. So Mary and Centimere are now free to meet up and have their romance now they're both free. So...
Happily ever
Look at
after,
that.
baby.
Yeah, so the Cardophile will be like, excuse me, where is Mary and where is Centimere? Why are only 2 of my servants...
Mary escaped when Salvatore died, and she freed Centimere, and they ran away together.
What? I would need a deception roll for that right there.
I would like to back him up and saying, yeah, we found out they had a tour d'affaire before he was even in that box. She was trying to find a way to get him out the entire time. So,
And Garrett would probably
no
also
idea.
Garrett would probably also speak up since he's now getting paid, so he doesn't give a shit.
Yeah, Garrett's getting all
Then
the money.
he'd probably go,
Oh shit! Shit! Canute got a nat 20.
Well,
Sorry, what were you saying, Garrett?
"Oh,
29.
Garrett was
say
just
what you're
gonna."
saying, though?
Garrett was just gonna toss in a bunch of stuff about her being a disloyal dog, and bought off by love, and blah blah blah, just running his mouth to try to make this seem believable.
I actually would say I wanted to pause something real quick. I realized, Garrett, you gotta do something for me. 1 second.
no.
Uh-oh. All right, I got it open. What you sending me? Drive. It's green.
Road rage, secondhand, amazing.
Gearbox, would you have returned to the party, or would you have gone back to that portal we found and used the portal to go back to Mechanus? Like, does Gearbox, in your mind, have any loyalty to the Cardophile, like to turn in the mission? Or would Gearbox have gone Renegade and gone back to Mechanus?
I think he would have gone back to my Canis, but before that, he would like have his moment with Mr. Snuffles and everybody else. Be like, I love you. I don't know if I could feel love, but I think I love you. Okay, bye.
Okay, so Gearbox wouldn't even come back either. So Gearbox is not here when you guys arrive. Gearbox 100% went back to Mechanus where he came from.
It was a dangerous mission.
And I also mentioned that I've got to ask Garrett something. Well, let's ask Garrett in person. Garrett, I know your secret, where you secretly come from and who you secretly have deals with. The party does not. Do you go back to the Cardophile, or do you go to your secret boss with your secret information and all that stuff?
I think Garrett would keep his cover for a little bit longer. There might be some more stuff to squeeze out of this old codger.
Okay, yeah. So yeah,
Plus, he's
and
gotta
then
get all
Garrett, I
his
asked you.
money.
I did ask Garrett to make 1 or 2 rolls behind the scenes. I can just ask you out loud since we're finishing this anyway. Garrett, if you want to hide what you're doing, I would need a stealth and a performance. If you want to just do it out in the open, then just a performance.
Well, there's my stealth, so let's go with the performance real quick.
So it's gonna kind of have to be out in the open, pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, here, hold on. I'm literally about to turn off the road, so let me do this in the parking lot since I'm at work now. Good timing, by the way. Good timing. Slash roll 1d20. What was his charisma again? +2?
Pretty high, I think. Let's go with +2 or +3, yeah.
Let's go with +2 because that just seems fair, and I don't want to give him an unfair advantage.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Kyle could
God damn it.
literally look.
Do you want me to just roll for you?
Please do, because
Okay. All right, so you got a 9, but plus your 2 or 3 would make it 11 or 12, and the DC was 10, so you do succeed. You guys don't know what you guys don't know. You guys would see that Garrett is drawing a picture of pretty much the whole party, trying to get everybody together before you guys separate. So he gets Globule Slosh and Book Slam in there before you guys leave. He gets Centimere before he leaves. He gets Gearbot. He gets everybody in there. Even the new people who weren't here at the beginning,
I don't like this.
Canute.
You're gonna steal my soul.
And
Believe it or not,
So-
I actually don't know if I'm stealing souls. I just know I need to be taking pictures. So
yeah. So
yeah, he's hamming it up. Like he's doing the whole looking at his thumb things or scale. Like he's just he's
yeah, as far as
hamming
you
this
got-
shit up.
if you guys want to do anything, you can. But he's just drawing a picture, guys.
Sir,
Nothing
Lynn,
wrong with that.
no paparazzi pictures. No, erase me immediately.
Okay, he does erase you, because for reasons I can't tell you, and so he erases you just fine. He only super needed a couple people in this, so he got the people he needed. So that's the important part. Okay, so Garrett talks to the cardophile and tells him what you just told him. Canute got that nat 20, and the cardophile's like, "Oh my, I send you on a mission. You succeeded, thank you. But you've lost many party members, and you've lost almost all my employees except for one. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, you can keep anything you found. Any magic items are yours. Please turn in the journals and the notebooks and such. Keep any of the gold you found, although you guys know all your gold is going to Garrett. And so, yeah, that is the end. Everybody levels up to level 10, which does matter because, like I said, if we ever play the sequel, you will start the sequel at 10.
Nice.
Okay,
And,
I'll let you know.
out of character, I can now tell you shit. You already knew Mary Gray Malkin was trying to make people draw the cards. Centipede wanted to get free. Gearbox, we now know, wanted info from Mother. Shit.
Garrett?
Garrett was trying to both get people's pictures for, I assume, some kind of soul selling or magical reason because he has a devil that's trying to buy pictures from people. And he literally, over the course of the adventure, was secretly drawing people's pictures and nobody caught it. And so he just kept rolling really well stealthily. Then,
Does he have
except
my
for this last time,
pictures, motherfucker?
he got your picture on a nat 20 very early into the campaign. Yes. And so,
Well, I guess I'll have to break out of hell.
and then the other thing he had to do was he had to steal one very expensive item. He stole you guys didn't notice, I actually deleted it from the map. He stole that skull in the Qualish's lab that was organizing and keeping track of everythring. He just stole that skull. I deleted it from the map and nobody noticed it was gone. So
I was waiting for someone to go, wait a minute.
Where'd that skull go? Yeah. Did I miss any of the other NPCs? So we knew Bookslam was doing knowledge and Globule was trying to find out about her people. Did I miss anybody else? Companions, Gearbox, Mary. Okay, that's it. Yeah, so that's it. You found out everybody's secret motives. Good job. You succeeded in the Cardophile's mission. You discovered everything. You cheated out of the final battle.
Fuck you.
Cheated.
Yeah. What did you guys think of the Lost Laboratory of Kwalish?
I enjoyed it.
I
I had
think
fun.
party was fun. I'm not really
Yeah.
a big heist person, so
It's not really my setting, the futuristic shit.
yeah.
Yeah,
But
that's
it
fair.
was still fun.
Yeah,
I
I
thought
saw.
Max's character was hilarious.
I liked both Spider-Man and Canute. Yeah. I also like that you guys we'll just give Spider-Man's body up. Who cares? Later on, find his soul. And we'll give that up too.
Technically, we never found his soul, so
Yeah.
we
And
would've,
Martyr
though.
Nicholas joined a cult, which makes complete sense. So that makes sense too. You guys did rescue Mr. Snuffles, so that was very important. You got him back.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'm really happy about that because I did not want to be the whole rest of this campaign. Yeah.
Amazing.
What's wrong with putting on a city voice class?
So we'll take a 10-minute break and we'll come back at 11
will we,
for
Mr.
the.
DM?
I'm still the DM. Until 11 o'clock, I'm the DM.
What?
Until 11 p.m., I'm the.
What?
Your thing starts. We set a calendar that the evil one-shot
You
session
set
0
a
starts at 11 p.m.
calendar. It's my
At 11
time,
p.m..
sir.
Fine. Jess, do you want to start now or do you want to start at 11?
No, I'm gonna start at
Let's go.
11, but I wanted to tell everybody that.
I hold that I'm still the DM. I will turn this car around, Mister. I am still
I will
DM privileges for the
block
next.
you from the server, and you will not be in this game, motherfucker.
I still have DM privileges for the next 10 minutes.
Nice. Okay, so 10 minutes we're gonna get together. I'll give you a little backstory on the beginning of the next couple of sessions. We're gonna be creating evil characters together. It should be a lot of fun. So see everybody in 10 minutes.
Yes. And it's Jess. Now that Andy has joined, is everybody who had expressed interest to you here now?
Yes.
Because JJ's
Andy,
here
your
and now.
face
Okay,
is
cool.
so crazy.
Yeah.
All right, see you in 10 minutes, guys.
Okay, we will be back in 10 minutes.